My name is Nnamdi. This is how I welcome you to the front page review on your darling station. Today is the 24th day of July 2026, and I'm glad that we made it here, all of us. So, what are we talking about today? We'll go to the headlines every morning, every weekday morning, and see what the headlines are, and then talk about them. That's what we do every weekday. So today we're going to kickstart this program by joining Rufai Hussaini to tell us what he feels about the headlines, and whatever he covers in that time, we're going to do the rest after he finishes talking with us. Once again, good morning and welcome to the program.
All right, a couple of stories making the rounds right here. Investigation into controversial Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council has intensified on Wednesday after ICPC interrogated Adeyemi inside police detention. So the controversy erupted after allegations that Adeyemi presented himself as the DG of this institution. So he's been interrogated. We'll be able to know what transpired there. And Fashola is saying that he would advise Tinubu national television. He dares not do it, because if he says anything contrary on national television, definitely he will want to defer to his Oga Tinubu that made him governor. So he will dare not do it, because if he says anything, they're going to take him up on it. That's just it. Police top lists of ICPC, as ICPC uncovers 908 ghost workers. Delayed justice, crowded prison. Over 80,000 Nigerians rot in prison. Barcelona signed Adeyemi for $33 million. Not the Adeyemi Presidential Council. Another Adeyemi from Borussia Dortmund. Anambra introduces plea bargain policy to decongest prisons. Court jails 2 finds company for illegal mining in Kwara. These are some of the stories making the rounds, and we'll keep looking at all of the stories. Court sentences 3 to life imprisonment over Orire school kidnapping. The Orire school kidnapping incident. Court has sentenced people to life imprisonment. Iran army vows to continuous strike if US doesn't halt attack. Badijo Kusoya braces for storm, pledges reform. Court sentences 3 to life imprisonment about Oriri attacks. I mean, that's very good, because people were just rescued the other day, and now those that participated has been sentenced. Zidane will be the new coach of France, will be unveiled in July. Brent crude nears $100 per barrel. Dangote has already increased price by another about 100 naira, so it's going to affect us. And still some stories making the rounds. Article media in the starkly show Sony for condemning the move Atiku Abubakar did made. US House passes record 1.15 trillion defense bill to fund Iran war. These are some of the stories making the rounds. We are going to be breaking all of them. How FG spent 500 million to counter genocide claim. The federal government spent 500 million in emergency strategic communication to counter what is described as Western propaganda. So you can see government that spent 500 million to counter claim about what is truly happening in this country. Is there no Christian genocide? Are we going to say we don't know about the killings in Plateau? Like I said, Because people that know that there's Christian genocide, the evidence still outweighs them. House of Representative Committee on Federal Character condemned what it described as continued disregard for constitutional authority by Zach Adedeji. The committee has ordered immediate suspension of recruitment by NRS, threatening to invoke Section 88 and 89 to enforce its functions if the Revenue Service Board continues to disregard its directive. Section 88 empowers the two chambers of National Assembly to conduct investigation to expose corruption, inefficiency, or waste in government, while 89 grants both authority to compel testimonies and issue warrants. That's just it. Questions: over 30 billion for places of worship, and questions have trade allocation of 30.15 billion for construction and renovation and furnishing of palaces and execution of some religious related places of worship, as revealed by Tracker, an initiative of Budget Foundation that revealed that 22.15 billion was a mark for 106 palaces nationwide. Very sad. Blank check for corruption. Article hits Tinubu over multi-billion palace allocation. Abducted polytechnic students regain freedom after 7 weeks in captivity. Dangote resumes sale of petrol in Naira. Attorney General NSA to face reps today. Trump writes Tinubu. These are some of the stories that are making the rounds. Over 20 killed as terrorists attack Zamfara community. Survivors accuse soldiers and police of fleeing. It was gathered that victims were buried on Thursday in accordance with Islamic rites. 20 residents have been killed after heavily armed terrorists launched a brazen 3-hour daylight attack on Sona district in Talata Mafarawa local government area of Zamfara State. Judge petition permits Showare's lawyers to summon DG Tosin Ajayi over the trial. Tinubu is a criminal post. That trial case is still going on. Fire God Superstore in Lagos as authorities diverse traffic. Fire God's Just Right Superstores are just when everything is okay as regards that. 3 defendants plead guilty to terrorism charges. APC Chief Tebola Wumi supporters accuse Ekiti State government. US knows Nigerian officials behind anti-Christian policies. That's what Senator Ted Cruz is saying. So despite the fact that all of this is going on, the government is lobbying, spending 500 million to change narrative about Christian persecution, Ted Cruz is saying that US knows Nigerian officials behind anti-Christian policies. YSG Limited CEO admits ordering Ekiti APC chieftains or Olawumi's arrest alleges cyber harassment. These are some of the stories making the rounds. Permanent Secretary blocks release of funds approved by President Tinubu for agencies. The Permanent Secretary allegedly refused to approve the payment files because the head of agencies under the National Ministry of Information declined her request to appear before her. Funds approved by President Tinubu to support Ministry operations of agencies under the Federal Ministry of Investigation have been frozen for more than 1 week without any official explanation. The falls a mark for agencies such as Nigerian Television Authority, Federal Radio Corporation, Voice of Nigeria, National Orientation Agency, the National Broadcasting Commission, all of which were supervised by the ministry. Premium Times could not independently verify the total amount approved by the president around 3 weeks ago to support the agency. However, multiple sources familiar with the matter said the ministry's permanent secretary, Birem Ukai, has refused to approve the payment files because the head of the agencies allegedly declined her request to make detailed presentations to her on the activities and the status of ongoing projects and how they intend to utilize the money. The source who spoke separately to this newspaper argued that the permanent secretary's demand is inconsistent with established civil service practice and suggested that her action was improper. Senate panel questioned CBN on inflation, foreign reserves, and other monetary issues. Nigerian lawmaker passed bill to compel LGU to disclose foreign donors for second reading. Senate steps down bill to establish Nigerian Coast Guard. The Senate frowns at non-implementation of resolution by MDAs, more budgetary sanctions. Senate mourns ex-lawmaker hails Tinubu role in emergence as president. These are some of the stories that are making the rounds. There's a fact check going on, and the fact check is saying that the Army's video evidence for killing media operator of ISWAP is 7 years old. These are part of the things. Army's video evidence for killing ISWAP media operator is 7 years old. These are part of the things we keep saying, that Army keeps posting fake videos. Premium Times carried out a frame-by-frame examination of the video released by military and analyzed visual production. Nearly 2 weeks after the Nigerian military announced that its troops has killed media operatives in Borno State, it released screenshot from a video. It said it showed that the terrorist group acknowledging the man's death. And the military identified the slain person as Al-Banawi, described him as a former terror commander who later became one of ISWAP photographer. It argued that the obituary released by a group demonstrated the growing pressure being mounted by Operation Hardin Kai. Acting spokesperson for the task force, Mohammed Godi, said the killing of Al-Banawi reflected the deterioration of insurgent media machinery. But Premium Times finding has shown that the video cited by the military was produced about 7 years ago, long before the operation which it claimed killed Al-Banawi. So you can see that the military, the video, it said that it used to kill Al-Banawi. The video had existed years ago. So you can see what we're talking about now. When we say these things, people will say, oh, we don't trust the military and all of that. You can see what we are saying. Appeal Court affirms final forfeiture of 293 million properties linked to retired general. The Court of Appeal has affirmed forfeiture order based on EFC investigation linked to assets diverted from money released for Operation Joint Task Force Operation Polo Shield. The Appeal Court has affirmed the final. So the Appeal Court has affirmed the final forfeiture of 293 million assets linked to retired General Major General Emmanuel Atewe to the federal government. The animal's decision delivered on Wednesday, Justice Ugo dismissed Mr. Atewe's appeal against the judgment of the Federal High Court in Lagos, which ordered the final forfeiture of the assets following an application by EFCC. The appellate court upheld that the child judge, Judge Aneke, holding that the appeal lacked merits. The assets include 293 million, 30,000 MTN League units in Stanbic IBTC asset management and several properties in Abuja and Bayelsa, including plots of land on outer Northern Expressway, Jahi, Sabo, Lugbe, Kuji, Gupe Farmland Extension, Layout 1, Layout 2 are all in Abuja, as well as commercial property in Yenagua, Bayelsa State. EFCC stated that its investigation linked the assets to allegedly diverted from money released for the Operation Joint Task Force Operation Polo Shield. The commission alleged that about 8.5 billion released to the task force was diverted through a network of companies and proxies. According to the EFCC, billions of naira was transferred to the companies for services that were never rendered, while portions of the fund were later used to acquire all of this property. It noted that 297 million was traced to Cisco Nobots Limited, which was used as a property transaction in Port Harcourt, from which 290 million was recovered by the commission. It was the decision that Mr. Tewe challenged before the Court of Appeal. I argue that, among other things, the forfeiture proceedings were incompetent because it was entitled to protection provided under Section 123 of the Armed Services Act.
Good morning once again, Rufai, and
Morning.
we've heard those headlines, and we are just clapping for our country, Nigeria. Okay.
Oh, it is a sensational matter. It is essential. You heard the person making allegations on TV as regards our government was negotiating with terrorists.
Yeah.
And the money is paid for ransom. You see the kind of things that happen in our country. Huh? Another one I'm bringing. Anyway, I've done a detailed documentary for you, young girl.
Okay.
You can play out on Monday. I'll send it to you for Monday play out.
Okay.
But there's a community where oil spill is happening as we speak. It's called Uzere in Delta State. Since the 24th, oil spill has been gushing out, but I'm not sure they've been able to control it, which is a big problem. Just imagine the livelihoods of people there. Just imagine the pain they have around. And I'm not sure the story has hit a lot of mainstream, apart from us. We are the first to take the story, and we did investigative work there. And I did, the entire summary. And I'm just taping it. I've sent to clear. It's going to be for Monday. Most of the mainstream has not picked it up. There's something called, I think, the Christmas tree head. The head that, covers the well. Burst. Just like the one that happened many years ago with ITU. But people's livelihood are damaged. Yango, there's a lot of problems. Yango, can you see how President Tinubu and Atiku are both calling themselves names, and they are both saying they both have cases to answer in Nigeria? Can Nigeria see the show of shame their leaders are doing? Atiku, lobbyists are talking about what's happening. They said the forfeiture in America relating to drug matters regards President Tinubu. President Tinubu and Bayern and Nuga hit back yesterday. They said Atiku too should come out and declare his own corruption connected to William Jefferson case in America. You see the quality of leaders Nigeria have. You see the two frontline leaders. See the quality of people. So when you see Nigeria the way it is, are you surprised? Let me make you laugh. Let me read extensively the message. The counterfight and the fights they've been fighting. Let me read what Bayo Ononuga, a presidential spokesperson that has now turned attack dog, is saying. He said it is important to remind Atiku that his associates that Nigeria is a sovereign nation reporting our president. If Atiku has chosen to disgrace his own sense of self-worth, he should at least show respect for the country he aspires to lead, while lobbying is a legitimate part of American politics. They too, they are lobbying. This is Bayon Onuga telling Atiku off for lobbying when the same government is lobbying. What his own government is even doing is even worse than what Atiku did. Nigerian government went to pay money to lobby so that they will erase the fact that there's no Christian genocide. When we know that there's Christian genocide, so Nigerian Christians are being killed. Nigerian government went to pay money to lobby so that they will tell lies to the America that there's no Christian genocide, that both Christians and Muslims are being killed. Two truths can exist. Muslims are being killed. I'm not arguing that. But there's Christian genocide in parts of Benue and Jos and Plateau. So, and then, while lobbying is a legitimate part of American politics, employing paid agents to put discredited documents against a sitting president is not advocacy. It's an attempt to externalize domestic politics and undermine Nigerian sovereignty. Nigeria's resolve this time, at the ballots in 2023 and Supreme Court. The verdict stands. Atiku's latest fishing expedition will come to naught. But if Atiku can spend $1.2 million on American lobby, perhaps he should also clarify his own legal standing in America. He featured prominently in the William Jefferson bribery scandal, a matter which saw American congressman jailed. Atiku with his former wife Jennifer Douglas was part of the subjects of an elaborate U.S. investigation keeping foreign corruption out of United States 4-case history. The report investigation chaired by Senator Carl Levin was released by February 2010. It documented how Atiku used offshore company to bring suspected funds, including bribes, for multinational running into millions of dollars. So in one breath, the same Bayon that is abusing somebody that don't take domestic politics abroad, he has now also taken domestic politics out. So two of them get K-leg for America. He's not saying Atiku's ambition with presidency is driven not just by his Marabou failed ambition, but his desire for diplomatic immunity and evade potential legal issues abroad. You see two of our leaders.
And we have so many people behind them still,
It is the delusion of the people I don't understand. So see the people you are supporting, see their lives on the veranda, abusing each other. Both of them have corruption cases abroad. So out of the many people that don't have corruption cases abroad, can't we pick somebody to be our president? Must it be people that their hands are tainted? Who did this to Nigeria? Now come and hear reply. My friend Frank Schreiber of the Atiku team, he too gave them glass boost. Statement issued by Frank, he said the government abandons facts for insult and substitute evidence with abuse. Atiku noted the raising questions mattered contained in the public record should never be misconstrued as an attack on Nigerian sovereignty. No one has reported Nigeria to anyone. Nigeria is not a trial. The issue arising for publicly available records relating to the occupants of the National High Office. Those records were not created by opposition, ADC, or any political actor. Attempt to silence legitimate public inquiry by wrapping oneself in national flag does not answer the question. Nigerians can distinguish between political mudslinging and factual responses. You can never celebrate international validation when it's convenient and condemn international scrutiny when it becomes uncomfortable. Elections confer political authority. Do not extinguish public's right to ask. The former vice president maintained that his history has consistently shown that confident governments respond to scrutiny. People deserve to know the truth. Frank Schreiber. You see two of them. I think we should investigate two of them. Let's even know the truth. I think we should investigate two of them. Since two of them have come to open their furrow, in public, or their back in public, or the French is called the rear in public. So they should. APM is accusing presidency of twisting Trump's letter on Tinubu's anti-terror. Anyway, like I said before, the letter APC is showing that two of them are both doing that yo. The letter APC is showing that It shows that Trump says we are doing well and all of that. You know what's the response to President Tinubu's letter? I beg the government to release the letter they wrote to Trump. Let me even see all the daddy yo they did in the letter. Because Trump said, thank you for your very nice words. I want to see the magnitude of the pampering words for Trump.
I think
The
more will come out about that later.
the same man that called your country shit hole. You can see our leaders.
I don't know.
And that's why when I was crying yesterday and I was telling you that this is the same country that President Kennedy allowed our president and our leader then Tafawa Balewa join the joint session, National Assembly. Anyway, some interesting news, and I commend President Tinubu for that. He has expanded the army divisions to 12, 28,000 new men. Lord COS, COAS, and other organization exercise to be in 2 phases. I think this is good. It will also increase, the artillery and all of that, and the capacity to be able to fight insecurity. My colleague Eniola Bello, MD this day, launched his book titled Shadows. Amokwiton spoke there yesterday. Dangote Refinery completes 2.5 billion equity raised in Africa's largest capital placement. These are some of the stories making the rounds. Oil has hit $100 per barrel, first time. They are both. Baba Mandem is a place where Saudi used to normally take oil out and exit through a place called Yaqub, where they pass a pipe through. The Houthi rebels are blocking that place. So since there's a block between Strait of Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb now, you're going to have a big problem. Saudi cannot really take oil out as much as well. So oil prices has gone up to $100 per barrel again, first time since May. FG is targeting 29,000 beneficiaries under phase 3 of NDE program. Host Communities Trust hit 163 as NUPRC inaugurates PML 66 board. For retaining Shetima, Northeast leader vowed to deliver zone to President Tinubu. Okay. Anyway, they should not forget that articles on that zone. Who won the Northeast in the last election? I can't really remember. Ogun is attracting $250 million dairy farm investment. FG launches initiative to train 5,000 youth and estimating billing. I think this is going to be on metering. National Assembly updates inland waterway law to align with Supreme Court ruling. These are some of the stories making the rounds. Senate. And did you see the story yesterday that apparently I think some of the lawyers that did some work for the Senate president is threatening now because they've not paid him. There's been a lot of back and forth. That story broke yesterday. All the lawyers that they used to do work against Natasha. So those daughters graduate from Nottingham University with first class honor in neuroscience. Congrats to them. Senate pushes for bigger FEMA. Tinubu to Jim Obaran, be focused, avoid distraction in your new assignments. At Bello's book launch, Eniola Bello, NB, as we've only called him, Amokwiton 6 INEC independence and seamless operation. He was talking about some of the work they've done with technology and all of that. He has advocated for tinkering of relevant constitutional and electoral provisions. In a keynote speech at the public presentation of Shadows, essays on Africa's most consequential country, authored by managing director of this day newspaper NEB. ANEC chairman said the first light charge was not enough to address some of the fundamental challenges facing the commission. He explained that the election management still grapple with funding challenges despite due to its reliance on normal appropriation process. In his speech, he stated that we need to rethink operators of the institution in strengthening our democracy. Now, can INEC be independent without financial autonomy? Talking about strengthening the institution. Let me say on that provision of constitution, specifically section 81.3, INEC is put on the first line chart. A lot of people felt it's sufficient to make INEC financially experienced. However, the experience over the years has shown long that it's still subjected to normal envelope system, and that's true. So, despite even the first line charge, it still has to. The envelope system means that it's only when there's money available, government spending on things, and government has not released money for a lot of things. See, Yango.
But they're released for churches and buying of instruments and all that.
And that one concern them. So all those money now for politics. Nigerian politicians are so blessed. It's only in this country that the money that Nigerian politicians used to campaign for the next election, he makes it while he's in office. So he used taxpayers' money to campaign for the next election. He's stealing an appropriation. That's how they do. That's why you see that an average Nigerian unlike other parts of the world, that the politician will go and look for money for campaign, will do fundraiser and everything. How many times do you see that Nigerian politician need money for fundraiser? All they just need to do strategically position themselves, pad budgets, do contract scam and everything and all of that. Take kickbacks. So I'm hoping to stress that as long as the commission's funding was domiciled consolidated revenue fund, the federal government still reserve responsibility to finance the commission, and which is going to be a problem. He decried the quality of internal democracy being practiced. According to him, the party primaries were characterized by imposition, opaque procedure, dispute, and all of that. He stated that INEC was trending enough. Some of the problems between political parties would be resolved at least last year. All right. Vice President Shettima, in his speech titled "The Country and the Shadow," stated that Nigeria was held together by stories and people brave enough to say them. He was represented at this event by Aliyu Madibo and stated that democracy must accommodate dissenting positions. No, democracy here does not accommodate dissenting positions. No. If it does, why are opposition being stifled and being abused and being locked up and everything? The vice president also further went, gross domestic product grew by 3.89%. Are we seeing it on the people's life, on the economy? But he will not talk about the fact that poverty also entered over 60%. Expansion of 4.6% for quarter. They will also talk about the fact that on NNPC's book, there's 17.5 trillion, that they are only funding 30% of the capex for 2025. According to him, Nigeria have more access to national credit and all of that, infrastructure, coastal road, superhighway. They don't always say that it's only the first. Have they even completed the first 50 kilometers of that coastal road? Because they're talking about it as if this thing. That's why he guessed. I think it was Olushola Oke that was on our show yesterday. He said, we thank President Tinubu for the coastal. I said, he should show me how many kilometers of coastal road are already in the state Ondo. So these are the questions we keep asking them, that what do these people take us for? What do they even think that we are? So also, I want to talk about this National Inland Waterways bill aimed at bringing inland waterways law into line constitution in line with the Supreme Court judgment. The bill, which the House of Representatives repealed, replaced the existing National Inland Waterways NIWA Act following a Supreme Court decision on legal. And I'm going to talk about this bill and another thing that happened yesterday that somebody hinted me. One of my sources in the house, you know me, I get plenty sources in the house. So, and you remember something that happened. We thank God that nothing really happened to the residents of people that were in the plane yesterday, as a plane sped off the runway in Enugu. So, in a judgment, the Supreme Court ruled that the federal government could only regulate inland waterways that fall within its constitutional power. So, the decision invalidated several provisions of the existing NIWA Act that gave federal government authorities than the constitution permits. So, to address this, a new legislation defines the areas where government has jurisdiction. It also removes sections of the old law that were struck down. In addition, it strengthens provisions on navigation, safety, environmental protection. With the Senate approval, it has now passed by National Assembly to be transmitted for President Tinubu. The Supreme Court had declared Section 12 and 13 of NIWA Act unconstitutional. The Apex Court delivered a judgment over the constitutional limits. The matter was determined by Mohammed Gabalawa GSI. Reading the judgments, and they were dissenting judgments. The senior advocates of Nigeria, including Babatunde Fashola, appeared for Lagos State. The court overruled preliminary objection challenging his jurisdiction. In his findings, the Supreme Court held that Section 12 and 13 exceed the NIWA powers. According to the court, National Assembly acted ultra vires by extending federal government control to adjoining lands of non-navigational purposes. And he said this new framework will eliminate the recurring conflicts over control of inland waterways. So this is a very big judgment, especially in the interest of the state. I think it was the Lagos State government that took what's it called, federal government to the court as regards this case. Another case I want to talk about, in the National Assembly yesterday, in this House of Rep, the police bill was hurriedly passed. It was not properly debated. Some of my sources in the house, in fact, they say I'm going to get that video soon. Please, this need to quickly pass this police bill. It's problematic. It's problematic. And we must never allow this happen to our democracy. And please, we should open our eyes, because They are quickly doing all of this for their own selfish and for politics. All right, so we should be careful. You know, the hypocrisy of America. That's why I say anybody that can support Trump, I see through their hypocrisy. Trump is saying they don't want nuclear proliferation, Abi. They are slamming Iran for nuclear. White House is bound to block Iran's permanent path to atomic energy. Washington is opening nuclear door for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They are signing a civilian nuclear cooperation pact, just like the one they signed with Iran many years ago, atoms for development or something. And that's why the likes of Zora Mandani is saying in the video that Netanyahu is a war criminal, an architect of horrific genocide. Some people are abusing him and all of that, Although he has admitted that he doesn't have the legal power to arrest a foreign head of state, the NYPD. However, during a press conference, asking that he will show the same energy demanded for the arrest of Hamas leaders. You guys will see the hypocrisy. You are saying Iran don't have it. You are destroying all their nuclear sites, which you are saying that their nuclear is for development and science. But you are opening it with Saudi because you are benefiting today. If Saudi says they are against you tomorrow, you will change the course of things. You can see the hypocrisy of the world. And because of this now, Trump has plunged us into problem. As if the high oil price because of the war is not enough. You know what he has to do now? He has gone ahead to increase tariffs again. A new tariff regime is coming up.
Yeah.
So when people say they love this man, I mean, there's no rational thinking person that can ever love somebody that destroys and causes pain to the world. I mean, let's stop evangelical hypocrisy and everything. For Pete's sake, I'm a Christian too. But my religion does not say I should be stupid and I should condone evil. And when you are saying that for a man that you can't even quote the Bible correctly now. Instead of him to say 2 Corinthians, I say 2 Corinthians. I mean, what did he say that time? You know the man doesn't even.
How about the picture of him being an angel or something that it was trying to interpret in another way?
So you can see, but you will get the investigative work for Monday, and I think we'll rest it here. I think let our lovely people be able to.
All right, thank you very much, Rufai. Do have a wonderful day. Yeah,
bless you.
Different pass for different age groups. No 1 year. All different pass for different age groups. No 1 year. 1 to 6 years. 7 to 13 years. 14 and above.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet. Voice of the people. Find your brand. Find your home.
Okay, you're still listening to the front page review on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. I'm still here. My name is Nnamdi Agaji. As I welcome you back from Rufai's marathon there, I'd like you to lend your voice to the headlines, some of which have been highlighted by Rufai himself. So I'd like you to call only the 0803 692 9933 080 3692 9933. Let me take that once more, 080 3692 9933. If you want to connect with us on WhatsApp, 081 7175 6338, 081 7175 6338. Send us a message or call us on WhatsApp on that number, 081 7175 6338. It's open now for you to contribute your own voice to the national discourse. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Yangu.
Good morning, my brother.
God bless you, my brother.
Bless you too.
Thank God for the good work we are doing.
Thank God.
God will literally bless you.
Amen.
While others are sleeping, they are sorting the news out so that you deliver it in the morning.
Yes, sir.
God will bless you.
Amen.
I'm calling you from Ejagamo, Pastor Ifeanyi Chukwu on the line.
Okay.
You see all this Atiku president and the so-called and so-called they are fighting, trying to sort things in America, this and that. They are just washing their needle, dating needle outside. You know, that shows that these people have nothing to offer this country. Please, Nigerians should clear their eye very, very well. Let's select a good leader that will lead this country, that have nothing, past record or skeleton in their cardboards. So it doesn't necessarily mean say he's going to give Obi, but if God willingly say that him is going to rule this country, so be it. Because from the look of everything, that man have nothing skeleton in his cupboard. Somebody that will tell you something, he said, go and verify whether it's true or not. That shows you that he knows what he's saying. But all these ones now, I don't understand the type of politics they are going to give us again. So please, all this kind of thing they are doing, I don't understand. So may God help this country so that we can get a good ruler that will take us to at least to a better place for us to, to enjoy.
All right.
While we are still alive.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, His Royal Highness B.C. Nwoko in Oshodi is saying, giving terrorists and kidnappers life imprisonment is like making them kings at the same time giving them more wings to fly. I will continue to say it that the best option for these criminals is to shoot aside or sentence to death by firing squad when convicted. Spending our common resources in the name of keeping them in life imprisonment is a total waste and should be discouraged. I therefore urge the federal government to kindly look into the punishment for such acts and stop pampering these criminals. Terrorism and kidnapping are evil acts and should not have a place in Nigeria. Happy weekend. We also have another message coming from Benjamin from Shogunle. Court sentence terrorists to life imprisonment instead of death sentence for others to think twice before joining the group. To me, it shows Nigeria is yet to be serious in fighting terrorism. The Nigerian oil marketers have increased pump price to 1,400 naira, telling us it is because of the crude oil increase in the international communities. I ask, when the crude oil in the international community reduced, did they reduce pump price in Nigeria? The federal government should please repair our refineries. Dangote is a businessman. As such, he can't solve our problems of petrol. Benjamin from Shogunle sent that in. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yangu.
Good morning to you, Boyerson.
Yes, my dear brother. Wonderful man. I always ask you to keep it up.
Thank you.
And God will reward you,
Amen.
As well as Mr. Oseni Rufai, who has been diligent and who is so robust, a robust Nigerian who must tell the Nigerians the bitter truth, the way it is. So God bless you and bless your studio.
Bless you. Bless you too.
Thank you very much. You can see now, the way we are. Look at those who want to occupy those who are occupying and those who are trying to occupy the seat of governance. You can see now, you see how they are washing their dirty linens in the public. That's why I say Nigerians need to rise up and say enough of these people. We still have some few diligent Nigerians who can come to that place and make things, ameliorate things. The way I look at it, but the worst remains this APC government, because I've seen other governments in the past. I've never in my life seen this type of APC government that is full of propaganda. They will see black, they call it white. I've been saying this honestly. Nigerians should rise up. No matter all the things these people are, even if you watch, they are sharing things up and down, this APC government, just to remain in power. Nigerians must resist this. Even if they share, as they are sharing, Nigerians should collect because it belongs to them. But do the needful, making sure that those people don't see that seat again. They don't remain there. They don't come near there. That is just my submission this morning.
Thank you.
Have a blessed day, my brother.
You too. Have a blessed day. Okay, this morning there's also a message that, or not just a message, a headline that PFN, that's the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, is kicking against the Muslim ticket. They're kicking against the Muslim ticket. And then the federal government is budgeting billions for churches and mosques and palaces. So who will give you a beautiful palace and you vote against him? Who will give you money for instrument in your church and you vote against him? So if the church will buy this, then it means that we are finished. So churches, as you're going to collect monies, if that is going to sway you, then you should just start preaching about Mammon and not God anymore. That's a simple thing. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please put off your radio when you call us, because the callback was too much. I had to cut you. A motivational message this morning from OC Morale. Be happy with the little you have. There are some people with nothing who still manage to smile. Don't lose hope. Everything happens for a reason. We never know what tomorrow may bring. Let us believe God. Our tomorrow may bring good news for us. Amen. Happy, wonderful weekend. So thank you very much, OC Morale, for always giving us a motivational message. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Yamgu.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I like the entertainment Rufai Hussein gave us this morning by laughing and laughing to the end and turning it upside down. I like it.
Sometimes you just need to laugh when the things are too much.
Yes, the amusement between Tinubu and Atiku is very nice to expose who is who and what is what, and living is like shifting the grain from the shaft. I think from what we are seeing there, those who are rooting for Atiku should think second and look back and see the person that I'm rooting for. Is it okay? And those who are saying anything about Peter Obi, I'm not a member of NCP, but I'm going to vote Peter Obi. I've never been a member of any political party. So I'm going to vote Peter Obi because from the shifting they are shifting, Peter Obi stands out as the best.
Call us on 081-7175-6338. That is the WhatsApp number, 081-7175-6338. We also have the regular call, 080-3692-9933. Okay, beautiful weekend to you all in the studio. Facebook and other networks are very big threats to Nigerian APC government. That is why the president that said that he will get BP if he continues to watch or listen to them. In fact, if Tinubu has the opportunity, he will also pocket them the way he pocketed all the agencies and organizations and let the National Assembly also pass death penalties to looters of our commonwealth. Mayor from Ikotunegbe, oh God, arise and trouble those who are troubling Nigeria. We also have Good Morning Voice of the People, Honorable Presenter Agaji and guest contributor Oseni Rufai. World Bank loan drives Tinubu spending agenda. This could at best be passed for an unpredictable theater of Nigerian politics where some ideas arrive on the public stage like an unexpected plot twist that encourages primitive capitalist accumulations and squandering of riches by the political elite. Alas, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria is calling on the Tinubu administration to be wary, stopping religious preaching in buses and public places smacks of cowardice, barring the constitutional provision in 1999 as amended that preaches secularism. Do Nigerians have Christian leaders when APC government is murder bent on flying same faith religion Muslim ticket in 2027? What exists in Nigeria are God of men, nay men of God, that are Christs in the market places performing miracles, heralding the masses with imperative, feeding the hunger with 21 gun salutes for every victory they cannot achieve, are messiahs. Is the Nigerian House of Representatives passing the Tinubu version of the state police bill into law? No complaint, as when the comeuppance is done, either we swim or sink together. That Facebook and TikTok offices are now to be located in Nigeria, enthused Nigeria Senate sounds good and desideratum, as cyber stalking and bullying are fast becoming a crime in Nigeria. Okay, Dr. Ogosu from Festac, thank you very much for your message this morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, my brother. Yes,
good
sir.
Morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Great job. God bless you and Rofa and
bless you too. Bless you too.
Well done. You know, I'm just laughing here because of what is happening in the political scene. Atiku and the president, they are accusing themselves of corruption. It's unfortunate, and I thank God that this is happening, because when God wants to deliver a nation, this is exactly what happened. God will jam their head together. People begin to know what they have done in the past, all sorts of corrupt practices, activities, what they have done is coming out now. Little by little, we begin to know everything about it. Do you understand me? And about the cover-up they are doing in the U.S. to cover up Christian genocide. This is what they are using our subsidy money to do. You can see the clueless government that we have. They don't know exactly what to do. Okay, look at the oil, the price of pump price for now. How much are we paying now? So you can see that these people, they don't have regard for Nigerians. They don't have idea of how to run this nation, especially this administration of the president. They are clueless. They don't know what to do. Over 3 years now, going to 4 years, they have not been able to, give Nigeria better governance. It's quite unfortunate. And for the oil marketers, they are quick in all this kind of cheating. When the price of this thing is up, they will quickly, increase. But by the time we come in there, they don't bother. They will say, stock, because we don't have refinery, we have bad government. It's unfortunate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Voice of the people. Find your brand. Find your way.
Give malaria a double punch of glutamate and ammonia queen. An effective combination that Camosunate is anti-malaria therapy. Camosunate comes in 4 different packs for different age groups. The 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Zenith Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside.
You are listening to your number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Okay, we're still here, and this is a front page review on your darling station. I'll take your messages and take your calls as best I can, and we're hoping that you're having a wonderful time. It's a weekend. Don't forget that. Whatever it is that you are going through, find time to rest this weekend. Even God had to rest after a while. Okay, so how about you? Okay, so we're opening our lines. Our lines are already open. 08171756338. That's for WhatsApp. And 08036929933. That's the regular call. Okay, let me try to take this call now. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, my boy, God bless you.
God bless you too.
Yeah. This is Mike from Eastern area of Lagos.
Okay, Mike, go on.
Yeah. I have always said on this the last station that regarding Nigeria as a country of particular concern, it is great nation. This is happening. Don't necessarily assume that this is God's plan and purpose, because God has his own way of doing things. Since America cannot say the truth, the God is now exposing them, especially in the outside place. But I'm only worried because most Nigerians, especially due to their tribal sentiments, can never name their lessons. If you move around, you see people wearing useless face cap, t-shirt, promoting evil, and it's the same people that goes about begging. If you enter public bus today, before our life, somebody say, brother, can you please help me pay for me to spend? Help me pay for me to spend. It's the same person that's wearing face cap with a broom that can never make floor clean. It's unfortunate. That's why when your friend was laughing, I was also laughing. I've forgotten that prayer. Because I would say you stop. Try to make that prayer again. Whether don't allow Nigeria, there's a way you put that prayer and always say amen at the end of that prayer.
Yes.
So it is God's basic plan and purpose. Not that they're watching their enemies. Left with them, they can never showcase their wickedness in that aspect. But it's God that is pushing them. And this is a sign that their end is gradually approaching. Peter is the person. Because I have checked him. Look at somebody from the one. If you have any slight skeleton, they would arrest him and jail him forever because that is their way. They jail innocent people, but Boko Haram bandits are parading in the streets, wedding, celebrating with them. But if they see an innocent person, find a slight fault, which is false, which may be false, they will jail the person. This is why we find ourselves, but God will be fighting for the Nigerians. May God bless you. Continue to do a good work. God will continue to bless you. But make sure you say that I pray the secret that day. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I will say it. I had it in mind to pray it this morning. Yes, to remind the people to always pray. Yeah, thank you very much.
The prayer is working. The prayer is working. That's what we are seeing today. It is working.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Kudi on the line.
Oh, Kudi.
So I learn you. I saw you want to learn Yoruba language. I hear you this morning. You and get it. Well done. That's everything.
Thank you. Fine.
You see, I've been hearing your voice for over 3 weeks now. I've been trying to call, but my call was not through.
We thank God we're here.
You see, this our government. There are some certain things they're supposed to do, especially the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is the commander in chief. You see, concerning this mining going on in my own state, Kwara State, and some part of the southwest, causing bandit, and so these people are individual. Government is not in charge of this thing, even in some area and northern area. So what they're supposed to do is allow government should use its power as a commander in chief, stop all this mining. So you have a minister, Dele Alake, what is he doing? And they are doing nothing about this thing. So that's why we have foreigners coming into the country, causing wahala, killing people. The same thing Benue, Plateau, this our state, Borno State, Kwara State, Kebbi. Why? Every day. So this thing has to be stopped. But from the information we are gathering is that they said it's after the second term, government will now face them. You know, this is election period. It needs to be solved so that there won't be any casualties. I don't know. But
so are the terrorists the ones that are voting us?
You see. So number two is the opposition party. I don't know why people are saying NDC. My problem with NDC is that they are not different from APC because they are candidate for House of Rep in Lagos and Senate. We did not see their name up to now, and you've collected money from so many people, so many candidates. So you want to put new people from PDP who decamp from PDP to NDC. So you see what is going on. And APC, particularly, if you go to all the INEC office now, they have their people there, telling them, giving them orientation. What do you want to collect? Okay, PVC. But our people are saying that NDC will win this election. But election is winning not on social media. Election has to be win on the grassroots. So you need to meet people. Nobody knows this party very well. Okay. What is their logo? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they have to go and meet people, give them orientation, talk to them. how will you win without doing all these things? So that's my take.
Thank you very much. All of us have to have a collective responsibility to make sure we educate the very next person to you. Educate that person, tell them what to do. And this is me sounding like a broken record. You can actually vote someone who is not your party member. Nobody forces you to vote somebody just because he's your party member. For instance, you can vote a councillor that is your party member. You can vote a House of Reps person that is your party member and fail to vote the governor who is your party member because you don't like what he does. You don't like his ideology, and you choose to vote somebody else. So don't be tied like a slave to a party. And you don't have to belong to a party to vote. I hope everybody knows that. So you just vote for the person that you like, whether that person is your party member or not your party member, whether you belong to a party or not. So we could have one president, for instance, coming from a party that we've not even heard their name right now, and then we like him so much, we vote him, even though we belong to all other parties that are available, that are very famous. So don't tie yourself to your party. And for us to be thinking about a particular opposition party going to the nooks and crannies of our country to evangelize, to campaign, it may not be possible because, like you said, like the last caller said, we all know that in every place, in every aspect of our national life, we have people of the ruling party, for instance, there that are making decisions, that are carrying out propaganda and doing all sorts of things. So if you allow the campaign to be only for the people that you're thinking should carry the campaign to the grassroots, we may never succeed. So today it is happening that the ruling party and one opposition party, they are at loggerheads, and we are saying then this is them washing their dirty linens out in public. But the question is, to what end? Will Nigerians listen? Will Nigerians look at this and say, oh, you know what? I'm not voting a criminal, if that is what it comes down to. I'm not voting someone with questionable character. I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. That's what we should be asking ourselves. So if you have a good conscience and you want Nigeria to work, whatever you think is the right thing to do, tell your next neighbor. You don't have to identify with a political party to be able to educate the next person. So that's what I needed you to just know today. Good morning.
Good morning, Yango.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, Batex calling.
Oh, Batex, go right ahead.
Yeah, Yango.
Yes, please.
Look at this government, APC. I don't know what is their plan, whether it's to perish all the whole Nigerians before the election will come. How can he be giving money to churches and Muslims? Is it an industry? So does it mean that these people don't have common sense to build industry, employ people so that people can earn a living? Giving money to churches, mosque, this one, does it make any sense? Yango, you are a human being like me. These people doesn't mean that they doesn't think, and they say they have if you see how many advisors they have, it past 100. Yango, which type of country is this? People are dying for poverty. People are dying every day, hunger, and these people are lavishing our money. They carry our billion, our taxpayers' money, be lavishing it without using it and doing anything. Look at now, fuel is going about 1,400. Why these people cannot build there? Why can't they build a refinery? We have the crude here. What is all this? You say you are building a coastal road, 47 kilometers. The road don't end there. You don't end there. That billion now, they don't pocket out that one. Yango. You are doing Sokoto, Badagry. Where are they doing all those things? Who are the contractors? When did they bid for the job? Yango, this type of country, I never see you. God bless Nigeria, give us everything. Nothing God did not give us. But these people, they are messing everything up. If these people don't know what to do, let them return us to PDP era. Return us where PDP leave us. APC, I said it yesterday. APC is a cancer according to Wike. Yango. Have a very nice day.
You too. Have a nice day. Okay. Which way, Nigeria? Which way? Which way, Nigeria? Which way to go? I love my fatherland, oh yeah. I want to know, and I want to know which way Nigeria is heading to. For those who are not Gen Z, you would know this music. Sonny Okoso was asking this question. And at the time, they were asking. In fact, there was a song I heard the other day that, so a gospel song. Someone was saying that a basin of gari or something like that is sold for 10 naira. And whatever the devil says, we are going to succeed. We are going to still be alive. We are going to survive. And I was like, oh, I hope that you lived long enough to get to this point to see that basin of gari, that mudu of rice, that bag of rice that you were quarreling were very expensive. Now, you can't even imagine. Hello, good morning. Good morning, please. Good morning. Oh, dear God. Why is this happening? Good morning. Okay. You might have to call us back, please, because I can't hear you at all. I can't hear you. Whatever it is, that was the problem. I couldn't hear you. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Your audio is really not wonderful. Maybe you'll have to call us back or move away from where you are to where the reception will be better. Okay, so let me take some messages that were sent here. Mazi Ogochukwu, aka Elder General from Isheri Oshun, says Akpabio should not return to the Senate House, talk less of becoming the next Senate President because he doesn't know the duties of a senator. Mr. President should make himself available, not sending representatives in every event he's supposed to attend. Building of houses for our judges by politicians is a way of killing our judiciary in this country. Please free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then we also have this, which is saying, good morning. Since 3 days now, there was no signal in Ayetoro, Ogun State. Please let something be done about it. Chude from Ayetoro. I do not know if even this morning is the same thing, but I hope that the signal has returned now. And then this is good morning in the studio. The bills to establish state police approved in House of Representatives. Now attention shifts to State Assembly. This is a good development, and 2027 presidential election, Atiku takes anti-Tinubu campaign to the US, which will not benefit him at the end of the day, but create more problems for upcoming young Nigerians in the US. And Atiku paid $1.2 million for this jamboree despite abject poverty and more than 2 million out-of-school children in Adamawa State. And thanks to Mr. President for expanding Nigerian Army to 12 divisions is a good idea. This will enable federal government to tackle insecurity more. And if Nigeria wants to put a stop to this terrorism, we must activate death penalty from additional Wasu in Ikorodu. In fairness to Atiku, whatever money he spent is his money. Whether he got it anyhow, but for now we're calling it his money. So he's spending his money to bring out what he feels is the truth about someone who should not govern us. And then the federal government is using our taxpayers' money to spend in the same way, even more, to tell the world that whatever anybody is complaining in Nigeria is not true. So when we try to talk down on what Atiku was, maybe his actions were not good, maybe the things that the approach was not good, whatever it is, but he's spending his money. Another person is spending your money to do the same thing in a negative way. No Christian genocide. People were paid about 12 billion or 12 million US dollars to tell the US that there is no Christian genocide. Terrorism is not as bad as it is in Nigeria. So whenever we're talking, we should be fair in our points that we are making. Out of school children should not be Atiku's problem at this time. He's not in government. The person who is in government should take care of the out of school children. Atiku is trying to come and, according to him, remove the children from the street, or any other person who is contesting. I'm not only talking about Atiku. So when you're talking about the contestants, know that they are not responsible right now for whatever is happening in Nigeria. They're only saying they're coming to help. But the person who is at the helm of affairs, spending taxpayers' money to do anything that is doing, should be the one you're holding responsible. There are out-of-school children, and someone is donating money to churches, building mosques, building churches, and then building palaces, paying people to say that there's all is Uhuru in Nigeria, and you're leaving that one to quarrel any other person who is trying to match fire for fire, aura for aura. Nah, I'm not sure that should be the case. Court should investigate well to know how those terrorists emerge as the Orire abductors to avoid prosecution of wrong people. But if they testify to be the ones, better, and they should be given fair hearing. Okay. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Well, good morning, Nyango. This is Nnamdi.
Oh, my brother. Good morning to you.
How you doing?
Please,
you know that this your station is the darling station.
Yeah.
When it comes to people not being professional, start your news on top of the hour because we're waiting to hear the news. 4 or 5 minutes, please. Say the management, please.
We're improving by the day. Sorry about that. Thank you very much.
Please start it from today by 12 o'clock to make this safe and dot. It's safe and dot.
All right.
It will be very good.
All right. Thank you very much.
Then number one, you see where I say I'm a referendum advocate because when you look at the whole thing, the whole shenanigan going around throughout Nigeria, you know that it's like we are just joking. And those some of us that we use our hard-earned money to buy data and make our own contribution, when the Holocaust will come sweeping this back to the way, we will be safe because we are making our own contribution. But all these bad leaders and the shipping supporters, please, anytime one of these their supporters like Mark comes, please take him on specific. I've seen all this money this guy wasting. His president, who is his classmate, where did this go? And so if you let him answer, it's not when they come with this their written script, they begin to talk, and if you give him time, it's not good though. Don't give anybody time more than other people. Let them be room to start gathering this their propaganda to the very, very, very bad height. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day too. We need to give them time so that we will know what they want to say. And then if we need to counter them, we counter them. Because whatever they say on radio is what they tell people outside. So would you rather have them tell the people outside the thing that you don't want them to say on radio and get superior argument? Because, and then we have to be balanced. Some people will support this government and then they will tell us things that maybe we do not know about. That is a good information for us. And some people will not support this government. It doesn't make them better than the people who support the government. So everybody has a voice on Voice of the People. That's why we give them time. So everybody's important to us. We have like a minute, do we? Anyway, let me just take one more message before we wrap it up because we need to pay a lot of bills. And this one is coming from Vivian Love. Good morning, Mr. Nyamgul and all VOP members. Happy weekend to you all. I just want to greet VOP family members. Thank you. Vivian Love and Joshua. Joshua, my G. Okay, Vivian Love, thank you very much for your message. And my G, I'm very sure that he's not giving you a holla this morning. Well, this is how much we can go this morning. I wish we always have more time, but we've been talking about the problems of Nigeria, and this is what I leave you with. Please be the evangelist to your next door neighbor. Be the evangelist to the next person that you meet, because propaganda is going around everywhere, but also be the mouthpiece for a good Nigeria. This is the time to talk to the next person, and when you see something and you think that is something to be shared, please share with the next person. Don't wait for all the opposition to come into every village and say anything. There are people who are suffering, but they do not even know that the suffering started from election day. And if you have superior knowledge, please let the people know. And this is the prayer that the person reminded me to pray. The prayer is, may you get 100-fold whatever you are enabling in a public office. So if you can say amen to that, good for you. But if you cannot say amen to that, then think about it again. May you have 100-fold what you are enabling in a public office. So whether you are occupying a public office or you are urging on the person who is occupying a public office to do what he's doing, if it is good, let it come to you 100-fold. If it is bad, okay, it's between you and God. I'd like to thank you for your time this morning, and we hope that you're going to join us again tomorrow for another edition of the Front Page Review. My name is Nnamdi Agaji. I'll return at 10:30 for the brunch.
People, find your brand, find your voice.
Good day, listeners, and welcome to once more an Enlightenment Empowerment Program. We have in the studio Mr. Femi from the Vision Business Hub. Mr. Femi, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Femi, a lot of people want to know what this Vision Business Hub is all about. Right now, we heard that you are running a